Okay, let me open Python folder. So where is our Python folder and what is the last file we created? And I want to make it update today. Okay, 1 second, I just want to connect the TV. Okay, I'll make a copy the last file. What is the last file? 1 by 5, right? So I want to copy the file, paste here, and this will be 3 by 5. Let me rename it 3 by 5. Okay. Let me open Anaconda Navigator. Let me open a Jupyter notebook now. Okay, so on desktop, open Python folder, and today folder is 3 by 5. I opened 3 by 5 folder. And let me go. So till now so far, we discussed a lot of functions, how to define functions we know. And today onwards, today we will discuss about the lambda functions. Lambda function. So what is a lambda function and how to define lambda function? There is a one more way to define functions, that is called a lambda function. So whenever you want to define a lambda function, you can define a function like this, hello. Okay, so function name called, yesterday we created something. So there are some rules and regulations for the lambda functions. You need to use a keyword called a lambda for that. Is there any lambda function we created? Okay, so let me go. Hello is equal to lambda. So something like I want to go for the print name. Print name. So let me call the hello function. So when I call the hello function, name is okay. Sorry, the error is there. Name is n. Suppose, for example, this is the square. Square is equal to lambda and x colon x to the power of. And what is the output of this? I want to give the output of this particular function. So what is the output of this? Can I go for the return value? Now call this invalid syntax. What is the invalid syntax? Now let me call the function square of 5. What is the square of 5? It is 25. What is the square of 5? It is a 25. So I can able to easily do something. So this is the lambda function. For example, I want to go with the lambda name colon print Srinivas. So when I call the name, okay, it is a function. So print name name colon n and print n. Something is missing. Okay, name of the value, we have to pass the value for the name of Srinivas here, and here name n colon print n, and finally Srinivas is going to be printing for you. Print name, whatever the name you have, that name is going to be passing into the print. So obviously print name is not required. Name of Srinivas is going to be printing for you. So it is a kind of lambda function. Whenever you want to create a function using with the lambda keyword, you can able to create using with a single line. There is no indentation needed. There is no kind of function block needed for the lambda function. Lambda function is the single line function. Lambda function is single line function. Lambda function is single line function, and lambda function is shorthand function. And one more thing. Okay, simple way of define functions in Python. Okay, so there are some other features available for Python functions. Let me define. There are some other features like filter is there and map is there. One function called filter, one function called map. What about the filter function? What about the map function? We have to understand. So first we go for the filter function. What about the filter function? So filter is a predefined Python. Filter is Python predefined function. Predefined function, which is using for filter values from list or from collection based on the requirement. See, whatever the requirement you have, based on the requirement, you need to filter the values. For example, there is some list values. There is some list with 100 numbers. What my requirement is, I want to filter from the list only even numbers. I want to filter only even numbers, or I want to filter only 5 multiples. Or I want to filter only 8 multiples. I want to filter only even numbers, or I want to filter only 5 multiples, or I want to print only 8 multiples from this particular list of 100 values. So when I want to go with the filter like this, so you can write a method, you can write a function first. First of all, you need to write a basic function. So what is a basic function? Basic calculation. What is a basic calculation? For example, def even, check even. It is a number of n. Okay, so how to find the even number? N percentile 2 is equal to 0. It is even number. So first print n value. Okay, so this is a check even. But now if a list I want to define, list one is equal to I want to give the range of the list values. Okay, list of range of 100. Okay, list of range of 100 I'm taking. What is the list of range of 100? I want to take a list, range of 100 values. Range of 100 values means 0 to 99. 100 numbers I want to take in the range. But my requirement is simply different. Check even number inside this. Okay, let me take 20 numbers only. Let me take 20 numbers only. But my requirement is very simple. My requirement is filter. What is the use of filter? Filter is a Python predefined function which is using for filter values from your collection. Your collection is 0 to 20 or 0 to 19. 20 values your collection. From those particular 20 values, I want to filter only even numbers. I want to filter only even numbers. So when you want to filter even numbers, you can utilize a direct method called filter. Okay, list of, okay, you can use like filter have two parameters. Filter have two parameters. The first parameter is what is the purpose? The purpose is check even. The purpose is check even of n, comma. The purpose is check even. Check even is your purpose. And what is the value? What is the range here? So that is the range. List of values I want to take. List of range of 20. List of range of 20. But my requirement is check even. Check even is my function name. Now filter. This is the filter value. So check even is not defined. Can I say like this? Or check even of n. That is having something like n, right? Okay, so let's do one thing. So here I do one thing. N percentile 2 is equal to 0. This output of this. Okay. Check even of n. Check even of n is there. Or can I go with the lambda here? Filter. What is the type of the filter? First of all, check the type of the filter. Filter need two arguments. Okay. Filter needed two arguments. That is a basically required thing. Filter check even. Or can I go with the square? What is happening? All the function. Okay, so return square, filter square, return square, and square is going to be working on what? A list of values. 2, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is the filter. Filter is working. Okay, list of this one. I will keep all the values inside the list. I will keep all the values inside the list. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 only coming. Okay, this is not working, I think so. Check even, right? Okay, let me do one thing. List of. Now let me write a lambda function here. lambda on these particular values, I want to return the X value. Okay, list unexpected. More argument I got. One simple thing I just want to check. Somewhere we are missing with the filter. What is the problem? We are giving the same thing, but check even is there. This is my function. Huh? Check even is already there. Okay, let me do one thing. One more time, I'm writing all these things. Def check even n value colon if n percentile 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so print n else print not even. Okay, let me call check even here. Okay, so 34 is coming. Right, now my requirement is filter. Filter of the method. What is the method we already have? Check even. Comma, I need to pass a list. Okay, now it is a filter. Now I just want to keep all this thing into the list. List of all these values. You got it? You got what happened? Filtering or not? What is the first value? 23. 23 is not even. Next value 34. 34 is even. Something like this. Or you can write only if condition here. Print n else part not required. You can just remove the else part. Only checking true conditions. Only checking true statements. Okay, if the condition is satisfied, then only execute. If condition is not satisfied, it will not execute. If condition is satisfied, then only execute. Here the condition is not satisfied, it will not execute. Now take the function, the same function, execute the same thing. Now you will be having only list of values. Now filter is applying or not? On this particular list, filter is applicable or not? Yes, filter is applying, and from this particular list, only filtered even numbers. Only filtered even numbers. Okay. Now I want to check. Odd numbers. Only odd numbers. Check odd. Def check odd numbers. Okay, చెప్పండి ఎలా రాయాలి? If n percentile 2 not equal to 0, then print n. అంతే కదా? Now call the function check odd. Check odd of 45. 45 is printing. Check odd of 34. It will not execute. Why? Because of it is not actually odd number. If it is odd number, then only it will print. Now tell me the list of filter of Inside the filter, two parameters. First parameter is function. Second parameter is your values. First parameter is function. What is the function name? Check or comma. And the second thing is your values. Your values something like a range of 100 or list of range of 100. Your values are list of range of 100. Your values is list of range of 100 or 20. You can take something 30. Now what is happening? Finally, the name filter is not defined. Sorry, filter. Spelling mistake. Now you can see only odd numbers are printing or not. But odd numbers are printing inside the 30. Okay, I want only 10. Only odd numbers. I want to get only odd numbers from that particular range. Whatever the range we are giving, inside the range, I want to take only odd numbers. Now tell me, only 7 multiples I want. Only 7 multiples. Def 7 multiples. How to get 7 multiples? How to get 7 multiples? If n percentile 7 is equal to 0, then print n. Okay, so 7 multiples. Okay, 7 multiples. So 14. 14 is 7 multiple or not? Printing 14. 7 multiples. 6 I am giving or 8 I am giving. 8 is 7 multiple or not? No, it is not printing something. 7 multiple of 21. 7 multiple of 21. It will print or not? Print. So whenever it is 7 multiple, then only it will print. Otherwise, it will not print. Why? Because of this is if condition. If condition checks only true statements. Now get the filter. Apply filter this for this. List of filter of filter cheyali. What is the method I want to work with filter? 7 multiples is my filter process. And on top, chepali ido range తీసుకుందాం. List of range of range తీసుకుందాం. List of range of 100. List of range of 100. Inside 100 numbers. Inside 100 numbers. What my requirement? Inside 100 numbers, I want to. ikkada koncham space pettandi. This is for filter. When you are providing spaces, you can understand. This parenthesis outside parenthesis for the list. This parenthesis for filter, and this parenthesis for again list, and this parenthesis for range. Multiple parentheses, don't confuse. Now finally output is your list values. Okay, cell filter, incomplete input, list of range of 100, incomplete input anta chudandi emaitundi. ఇది కరెక్టేనా? List of filter of again list of range of spelling mistake. First execute 7 multiples. Yeah, it is working. And it is working. And it is working. Now this will also. What is the problem? List of filter of 7 multiples not working. ఏదో పడుతుంది చూడండి. Something is extra. Check card is working. This is the issue with Jupyter. Sir, issue వస్తే ఇట్లా ప్రాబ్లం వస్తుంది. ఎక్స్ట్రా వచ్చిందా? No, correct. Range of 10. And this is for list. And this is for filter. Checkout. Checkout is working. 7 multiples. 7 multiples. List of range of 100. Okay, it is coming. List of range of 20 is also working. Now list of, first of all, filter of 7 multiples, comma, list of range of 20. Filter, first of all, filter is working or not? Yes, filter is working. Now we will keep everything inside the list. We will keep all the values inside the list. Yes, it is working. It is working now. So somewhere spelling mistake, something is coming. So that is the why reason it is not. So this is the filter method. So there is a one more method called map method. What is the use of map? For example, there is a concept. There is a concept called square. There is a concept called square. I have a list. I have a list of values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What my requirement is, I want to map square. I want to map square on each and every list object. On top of each and every list object, I want to map square. Okay, fine. On top of the 1, I want to apply square. On top of the 2, I want to apply square. On top of the 3, I want to apply square. On top of the 4, I want to apply square. I want to keep the square on top of the 5, even 6 also. At the same time, on each and every number, I want to apply square function. So it is mapping. Square is mapping here. Square is mapping here. Square is mapping here. Everywhere square is mapping. Square is some functionality. So first of all, you have to define that particular functionality, square functionality, and you need to map that particular square functionality on top of each and every value inside the particular list or particular tuple, particular set. Am I clear? So in that way, you have to apply the map function. So how to apply map function? First of all, if you want to define the map, you need to write the square function. So how to work with the square function? How to work with the square function? Def square n. Now tell me, what is the return value for the n? N double star 2. So let me call the square function first. Square of 4. What is the square of 4? It is 16. So 16 is the value. Now can I go with the filter? Filter of square of a square comma, I want to take a list. I want to take a list. 1, comma, 2, comma, 3. On this 1, comma, 2, comma, 3, I want to apply. This time it is not filter. This time it is map. This time it is map. Map square on top of 1. Map square on top of 2. Map square on top of 3. Yes, mapping is happening. Mapping is happening. Now, list of map values. Whatever the mapped values you have, those mapped values I want to keep inside the list. Okay, I want to go with the tuple of mapped values. Set of mapped values. Everything is coming. List lo పెట్టొచ్చు, tuple lo పెట్టొచ్చు, set lo పెట్టొచ్చు. Okay, I can keep anywhere. Okay, but I want to go for the list of this one, but this time I'm not defining like this. I want to define a range. List of range of 10. 10 values I want to take. 10 values I want to take, but all the 10 values I want to make square. 0 to 9. 0 to 9 is basically the things. For 0 to 9, I want to work a square functionality. So square is working or not? Square is working or not? So in this way, you have to apply the map method. Okay, so we discussed lambda functions. We discussed filter function. We discussed square function. Okay, now filter with lambda. Filter with lambda. Combination we can do or not. Okay, so filter of just give the lambda x percentile 2 is equal to 0, comma 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma 5. Positional arguments follows. Okay, so now list of the syntaxes చూసుకోండి. Don't confuse with this. 2, comma 4 filtered or not? Filtered or not? But we are working with filter and lambda combination. We are working with filter and lambda combination at the same time, map and lambda combination. So this program is map and lambda combination. Map lambda combination. So now now what is the lambda now? Lambda, what do you want? X colon x to the power of 2. X to the power of 2. And the values, what are the values you want? 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma 5, comma 6. Now map is working. Now list of all this map. List all the map. Whatever the map values you have, just keep inside the list. Keep inside the list. Okay. 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma 5, comma 6. All the values are actually mapping with the square functionality. I want to go with the cube functionality. What is the cube functionality? 3. Each and every value get a cube value to the power of 5. Map with the number, add x plus 7. X plus 7. 1 to the 1 plus 7. 2 plus 7. 3 plus 7. 4 plus 7. 5 plus 7. See, whatever the operation you want, you can perform. Whatever the operation you want, you can perform, but using with the map function. Filter is what? There is a big list, a big bucket. From that bucket, I want to gather only the required objects. That is filtering. And this is mapping. Mapping means some functionality you have to apply on top of the existing values. On top of the existing each and every value, you need to apply some functionality. You need to apply some functionality. So now one assignment I am giving. Take 100 numbers. Take 100 numbers. From these 100 numbers, only 5 multiples gather. Gather 5 multiples. Gather 5 multiples. On this 5 multiples, I want to apply square. What is happening here? Filter and map combination. Filter and map combination. Aisha getting understand? One simple assignment. Try cheyandi. If it is not come tomorrow, day after tomorrow I will tell. First you have to do the filter. Only 5 multiples gather cheyali. దాని మీద మ్యాప్ అప్లై చేయాలి. అర్థమైందా? 5 multiples గ్యాదర్ చేయడానికి ఏం చేయాలి? ఫిల్టర్ చేయాలి, అవునా? స్క్వేర్ చేయడానికి ఏం చేయాలి? స్క్వేర్ చేయడానికి ఏం చేయాలి? మ్యాప్ చేయాలి. ఫిల్టర్ అండ్ మ్యాప్ both apply. Filter and map apply on 100 numbers. Range of 100 values తీసుకోండి. First list of range of 100. On that apply filter. Whatever the output you have, take that output, apply square. Confuse, don't confuse. Don't confuse. Aisha, is it okay? So Aisha, tomorrow we have the backup session.